Welcome to Smash Writing.
Should we talk about how this idea came to be? Because it's an interesting story, I think.
Poor record keeping.
Yep, poor record keeping.
But it could turn out to be a really, really good idea.
Yeah.
We don't know.
And we were preparing to do a review for Becky.
Which I watched.
And then I was scrolling through our YouTube page looking at numbers and everything, and I realized we'd already done a review for Becky.
It was, and now like it's crazy as I remember, is that you put it on our list and I couldn't really get to it, so I kind of let you lead the way. So couldn't even call it a solo. I was in the video too, so we couldn't do it. So after you said that, I came up with one idea, which it was going to be ranking the Candymans, because we love Candyman, we love Tony Todd. But then you came up with a slightly better idea.
Yeah, let's do a giant fantasy booking wrestling event where the main goal of it is it can't happen. It's like, just imagine stealing the DeLorean and going back in time and setting up a dream card in a way.
Now, and also you can use any time period of the wrestler.
Yeah, you can go back and snatch them from their time period for this event.
There is actually ones where, for example, one of my matches is a person in their prime and another person in their prime. Now, these two could have face-to-face in real life, but not in their primes.
There are some of these twists that may have actually... Well, no, I don't think it could have. I think could have happened and may have happened. I just don't remember it. But it's just nice little twists here and there.
And if this, we enjoy doing it because we both love wrestling.
Yeah, so some of our rules in this going in were, it was 10 matches.
Total.
2 specials. And 1 cinematic.
Yes.
And that was pretty much it. That was the rules. We were off to the races. And mine became a giant thing. I've split mine into 2 nights.
I'm sticking.
And we were allowed to pick any place. This event can happen anywhere we wanted it to.
I'm picking the traditional way of doing a 1-night pay-per-view. Justin's doing night 2, so he can gobble up more of your money.
Yes. You'll see why I did 2 nights as we go along. Because Paul's looking at my top 5 matches, or my day 1 card. And just look at it. Do you understand why it needed to be 2?
A lot of tag teams.
There's 1 tag team match on that board.
Oh, yeah, my bad. No, well, 2, right?
Oh, yeah, that's another faction.
Yeah, so...
That's not a traditional one, no, but we'll get to it.
Okay. Do you want to start your matches?
Yeah, we'll kick off with my event. My event, F.W.E, Fiona's Wrestling Extravaganza. Of course I did. I gotta be on brand here.
Of course.
It's called Minutes to Midnight. Your working commentary is Taz, Sir Alfred Hayes, and Tony Schiavone. Your referees for this event, Aubrey Edwards, Bryce Rumsberg, Nick Patrick, and Tim White. And it is brought to you by Boom Boom Lemon. And it's being housed at the Igloo. If you know, the Pittsburgh was our old stadium before they destroyed it.
Arena.
Whatever. It should have been taken down. That was a travesty that the Igloo's gone. But anyway,
that wasn't even official. It was Civic Arena.
Yeah. It's called the Igloo.
It's because of our hockey team.
Working introductions, who will be introducing everyone, is Howard the Fink. Working pre-show, Bobby the Brain, Mark Henry, Jesse the Body, and Veda Scott.
Good God.
We got opening pyro. You got For the Glory song, and just previews of wrestlers who will be on the card and everything. And we immediately jump to the first match.
Okay, let's...
Which is the Pinnacle, AEW's old brand faction. The Pinnacle versus the Hart Foundation of Bret Hart, Owen Hart, Jim the Neidhart, and British Bulldog, because the internet will come for me if I don't have Bret Hart on this card.
I think we do both have Bret Hart.
Yeah, I figured we both have Bret.
You had to.
The Pinnacle is going to win this match, but this is very important for later on. MJF cannot be the one who gets the victory. It has to be. It could be Spears. Give it to Spears. Spears gets the W. And it's very important for what's coming later on in night 1. Match 2. Eddie Guerrero taking on a new up-and-coming independent star in Kid Bandit. Because I think Kid is very... They're like a Swiss Army. They've got all of everything working for them. They're going to be a major star. And I think that Eddie Guerrero can match him in everything he does and almost school him, have like a mentor-mentee thing going on during the match. As much as I'd love to give Kid the win here, because I think that would be huge for them, I got to go with Eddie.
Oh, you had to.
Yeah, I love Eddie. Eddie's amazing. But this match could be balanced. You can have technical, you could have professional wrestling style going on. You have a bit of comedy going on between the two of them. It's just going to be a fun all-around match.
I think Eddie is probably one of the few wrestlers that can get away with comedy matches and not hurt his career.
Yeah, and not make... like, they're going to make the other one look bad, but they're going to look good, too, in the process.
Like him doing the chair shots and dropping the chair, the belt shots, whatever. He mastered the cheating technique, and you laughed, but you were like, that's fucking smart.
The two of them can make a hell of a card, too, if given time. And they will. All these matches are going to have like 10 to 20 minutes. This match is my third match.
Third one.
I
knew she was going to be on.
They would be on here.
At least the first one.
Yeah. I played around with adding people to this, too. Not just being straight singles, but at the end of the day, I'd much rather it be a singles match. It's Abaddon versus Luna Vachon. Abaddon gets away with scaring her opponents before beating them. Abaddon's not going to get that with Luna, though. Luna's not going to be scared of Abaddon.
No.
And I think that's going to be a fun little mechanic they can play with. And I'm giving the win to Abaddon. And a fun little match.
What would you give that time length?
10 minutes.
10 minutes?
About 10 minutes, yeah.
Alright.
Not as long as some of these matches, but enough time to breathe. Enough time for Luna. Luna was a wrestler who was stuck in a division of non-wrestlers. So I'd like to... Abaddon can go. Luna can go. Give him time. It'll be a fun match.
Gotcha.
Next up, we have a 4-way tag team match.
Now, you put DX.
New Age Outlaws.
So Billy Gunn and Road Dogg.
Billy and Road Dogg versus the Young Bucks, which is the Elite. NWO, those members, the Outsiders, Hall and Nash. And the Horsemen, Tully and Arn.
Okay.
I was so close putting them in the Pinnacle match, but I didn't. I'd much rather have this little match here. I'm giving the win to the Young Bucks in what should be a really fun, interesting match.
You, literally have different styles in this match.
Yeah, the Horsemen can go with anyone. The Young Bucks are the high flyers who can really make a match interesting.
And the Outlaws are more, speed grounded. They're not going to flash and do moves, but, Gunn is strong. Road Dogg, has some quick moves.
Just a fun little 4-way tag match. My next up is one of my specials, Piper's Pit, with MJF as the guest. And I gave Piper some ammunition to use against MJF because he didn't win. It was Spears who won. And just the venom these two are going to throw at each other in it's going to be wonderful. I actually thought about making this a bigger thing, but no, just Piper and MJF, that's all you need. It's going to be wonderful. Gotcha. Main event of night 1. Armageddon Hell in a Cell. Hannah Kimura versus Jacqueline versus Becky Lynch versus Gail Kim versus Daphne versus Dr. Britt Baker. Just carnage unfold. Give Jacqueline some fun, because again, she was a wrestler trapped in the non-wrestling division.
From WWE.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
During the
she was so...
Sable Run era.
Yeah, she was so she was so before her time.
Yeah. And I put her with these women, and just all these women are going to kick a lot of ass. I'm giving the win to Hannah.
Wow. I mean, the talent that you have on this card, for this match, Britt is a good talent. We know what Becky. Gail Kim is probably one of the most underused stars. At least in WWE. I didn't follow her career too much in Impact.
Yeah.
But I felt Gail Kim was so talented.
She was. I love this. The story of how she left WWE is wonderful, because they were just shitting all over her.
That was definitely a big miss by WWE.
Yeah.
Not to give Gail Kim more respect. I think she's.
I don't know if you know Hannah Kimura's story though.
I do not.
She committed suicide 2 years ago.
Okay.
She's getting tormented online. From just dickheads online being fucking monsters. So, yeah, if I'm bringing Hannah into this, she's getting the spotlight and the shine. So she's winning this match.
But now, is she talented enough?
I think so, yeah.
Okay. I see, like Becky Lynch.
I mean, this is Car Crash. This is Armageddon Hell in a Cell, so...
You're putting women in a Hell in a Cell match. That is awesome. I mean...
And we've only seen one 6-way Hell in a Cell match before, and it was Demolition Derby.
Yeah.
So this is going to be Demolition Derby, but I packed it with enough talent in there to pull it off.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, like I said, you got multiple champions.
Yeah.
Did Hannah ever win the title?
I can't remember.
Okay.
She was over in Stardom, I believe it was.
Okay.
Alright, am I going on the night 2?
Yeah, go on to night 2. Let's surprise this.
Night 2, it ends after this pay-per-view celebration. Fee pulls the fire alarm.
Oh my god.
For night 2. Night 2, we make one change. Working announcing, we pull Taz and we add Veda Scott to announce table. You'll see why shortly.
Oh god.
We kicked things off with a 31-person battle royal.
31?
31.
You didn't want to do 30?
Before I get into some of it, let's go into the 31 people I put into this battle royal because I went that extra limit.
Are these going to be order of entrance?
No. Keith Lee, Bam Bam Bigelow, Brock Lesnar, Kurt Angle, Moose, Strickland, Meng, Milo Mascaras, Rey Mysterio, Andre the Giant, Jake the Snake, Chyna, Awesome Kong, The Miz, Big John Studd, D'Lo Brown, Mark Henry, Ron Simmons, Lex Luger, Macho Man, Ricky the Dragon, Kurgan, Lance Archer, Rikishi, Powerhouse Hobbs, Ricky Starks, Wardlow, King Kong Bundy, Aja Kong, Ben Balor, and Mike Awesome. And you have some moments, I wrote down a couple.
Oh god.
A couple moments. You could have the standoff between Awesome Kong confronting Chyna. Brock Lesnar coming in, destroying everyone, and then next up, Ken Shamrock comes out. You get the two of the Ultimate Fighters in there together. And then during the Wardlow comes out, start powerbombing everyone, doing the orchestra, and he's interrupted by Mike Awesome and the Awesome Bomb. And the winner of the Battle Royal gets to ride shotgun home. No. We'll have some rewards. We're going to have a statue, a ring, and a Popeyes gift card.
You said a 20, is it going to be a $25?
Yeah, probably, something like that.
So you get one chicken tender, beat yourself senseless in this 30-man Royal for a piece of Popeyes chicken.
And a trophy.
The reward, okay, like trophy makes one, but then you're like, and the reward money?
Popeyes gift card.
Popeyes?
The way I figured, like, Fee's gonna have her kids out there robbing banks so we can pay the wrestlers.
Probably.
The winner, though, is Mike Awesome. Because Mike Awesome is fucking awesome and deserves more recognition.
Hence, it's in his name.
It is in his name.
It's in his name.
And that's kicking off night 2. The next match, Eddie Kingston, John Moxley, and the Murder Grandpa Minoru Suzuki teaming up to fight Rob Van Dam, Sabu, and Taz. And, well, there could be roles. Good luck trying to enforce them in this match.
This match, if you had to follow the
hardcore
rules,
insanity, that's what I'm figuring.
You would have to be, because you put those names in there, they would get disqualified before the battle even runs.
Immediately. This is a bloodbath match. They're going to kill each other. It's going to be wonderful. It's a great follow-up to the Rumble. There's a nice Extreme Rules match going on. I got Kingston, Moxley, and Suzuki picking up the win. Okay. And then you got another Fatal 4-Way. With Sasha Banks taking on Trish Stratus, taking on Alundra Blaze, and I'm going to butcher this name, Minami Toyota. Kind of like just like top-tier talents across the years going at it.
Across the platform?
Yeah.
Across the world?
Yeah. Across the world, you got some top tier in a fatal 4-way. I'm going to give the win to Sasha.
Yeah.
I'm giving a lot of wins to a lot of the newer wrestlers. Because I figure I went...
Honestly, they got better.
Yeah. I've given some past wrestlers some rub, but a lot of my wrestlers I went skewed on the newer side. Next up, we have got Max the Impaler, another up-and-coming who's going to take off and be a fucking juggernaut. Taking on Big Von Vader. Right from New Japan Vader with that big-ass helmet with smoke coming up. Because this is going to be entrance heavy. I went with this match for the intros. It's going to just be two big hammock mother... It's going to be wonderful. Max is picking up the win because I gave the other one to Eddie. So Max gets the win here. And that's going to lead us into our next cinematic match. That's going to be the cinematic of the Firefly Funhouse match. Pitting Bray Wyatt versus Mick Foley. Because I do not want Foley to die on my show. And I wrote down some things just to like build up an air.
Okay.
It starts off with the Funhouse where you get, creepy TV show Bray. And he introduces his guest and it's Dude Love. And he's doing all this Dude Love shit and they're dancing around. Dude. And Dude is slowly starting to move toward the door. And Bray's like, oh, well, you don't want to do that. Stay here. Have fun. And he's like, no, but the funk has to go on. And Bray's like, all right, then. He opens the door and lets him in. And he's immediately taken out by Swamp Leader, Bray in the swamp. And he's like, because his message isn't for him. He needs to talk to the other half. And he takes him out with the mandible claw. And just as like Foley's dude is dying, the air changes. And the scenery changes. And they go to the boiler room. And Mankind is there in the corner, like rocking. And Bray comes in, he's like, look at what the world has done to you, Mankind. And he cuts a message only Bray can do. And Mankind
Bray, please come back.
Yes, please do. And Mankind snaps out of it and he immediately locks in the Mandible Claw on Swamp Leader. And he kills him and he's like, I knew you'd come. Mankind can't take out the monster you are. And over his shoulder you see the Fiend rise out of the darkness. And Mankind's like, luckily, I know someone who can. And he rips off that white shirt and becomes Cactus Jack. And you got Cactus Jack versus Bray, and they just tear down. They're fighting through universes. They fight out of the boiler room and back into the swamp, through the swamp, hitting each other with everything not nailed down. Back into the funhouse, and they tear the walls down. Set comes crumbling down on top of them. The Fiend rises, Cactus rises, and then you just cut them black from there. Or, you let them finish it, because I don't know how to fucking finish that unless... Eternal battle between the Fiend and Cactus Jack. And then you go to the next special. It is a beer bash / rap battle with Stone Cold, Triple H, The Rock, John Cena, and then finally the Acclaimed comes out. And I've given the Acclaimed plenty to fucking do there in their rap. You gave them the target of Triple H to target.
Oh my god, the amount of promo skills.
Cerebral assassin Triple H in there, trying with all of these people.
You said Stone Cold?
Stone Cold, Triple H, The Rock, John Cena, and then the Acclaimed.
You literally, okay, if you take John Cena, the rap John Cena, with the Acclaimed, that's some good enough pieces. You take The Rock and Stone Cold and Triple H, like those periods, you're going to have some epic promos.
Oh yeah, the promo going on between all those guys could be phenomenal. And it's because they weren't going to be in my...
Because like The Rock doesn't rap, but he can put rhymes together in a regular promo.
Yeah.
Then like John Cena's promos of rapping was good.
I would want latter-day rapper John Cena, not the only thing he can do is call out gay jokes. But like the rapper who he was against The Rock kind of deal. Or the promo he is now.
Okay, yeah.
Then, as opposed to Dr. Thugonomics, John.
So yes, what you say, like the John Cena not Doctor of Thugonomics, because
Yeah.
that was like the gay rap battle jokes.
Yeah, that's his only fucking thing.
But then when he went to My Time Is Now Cena, his rapping promos actually built on different elements.
Yeah.
He still threw in some
Yeah,
digs,
he could. I would much rather have today, John Cena in this. But yeah, this fun to bring it down from the cinematic match before the main event. You want to try to guess what the main event is?
God, no! That's not even worth. Not even worth trying to guess his main event.
Well, we bring in another another guy to do intros. So it's Fink calling out the one, and it's Justin Roberts calling out the other for Kenny Omega.
Okay.
Versus 2000's Shawn Michaels.
Ooh. Ooh.
The not drugged up, selfish Shawn, but the versus the Undertaker, Chris Jericho, Kurt Angle, Shawn Michaels.
The reborn Christian.
The matches that those two guys could put on would break the internet. It would be phenomenal.
Wow. And who did you...
I almost flip a coin, but I'm going with Kenny for the win.
Yeah, because you know what?
Because that's Shawn Michaels, he liked putting people over too.
Yeah, and you're talking about the reborn Shawn Michaels.
Yeah. He's much more invested in putting together the match.
Yeah, the 90s Shawn Michaels was all about himself. When he came back, he was willing, and he was rewarded with the title run and all that.
Yeah.
But his goal was putting people over.
Yeah,
and he
putting together the match.
Yeah,
is what he wanted.
And he did excellent job.
Yeah.
Because he was too talented. Even like the cocky Shawn Michaels, he was talented in the ring. You just didn't like him back. But when he came back, he was the wrestling mind.
Yeah.
Like, he was the perfect wrestler. He knew he had his hard times, he had his up and downs, then you put him with Kenny.
Yep. And that, my friends, has been Minutes to Midnight.
All right, let's get out of here before the traffic.
We're out of here.
Now...
Let's get out of here before they realize that check has been bouncing.
Now we go to mine.
Only good thing is that gift card.
But it's not. He got the $25 gift card and didn't put 25 on it.
They put 23.
Okay. Now, like I said, I am not doing a night one.
Jesus, your writing is terrible.
That's why I'm still having my notes too, because there's stuff that I added that I didn't add.
Oh, come on.
Okay. Mine, I didn't give it, I gave it a generic name for now. Like, if this idea creates, if we do more of these ideas, then I will build my wrestling.
I named the promotion.
Yeah. But tonight's wrestling event is called The Event.
The Event.
I didn't put the exclamation point, but it's The Event. So, first match of the night. I'm going with John Cena about 2005, which is probably right when he became My Time Is Now.
Yeah.
He went on that championship run, and he was cutting the better promos. The crowd was heated into him. They loved him.
No, they did not like him.
This was before the John Cena suck chance.
Was this so?
Yeah.
Before the John Cena suck
John Cena sucks chance really came right around like 2009.
Alright, I can't remember.
But then we have him going up against Hulk Hogan of the 80s. Now, the storyline I would probably put...
Oh my god, you got Hogan in a 31-minute match?
Yeah.
He's gonna die!
This is 80s Hogan, though.
He didn't do 30 minutes in the 80s.
It took him forever. How long was it? I just started this event. I have, I put some of the times on the board. Some are still on paper.
Yeah.
But I put the name.
Oh my god, you're giving them a lot of credit.
31 minutes. Yes, this is going to be an epic. And this is why I have Cena of 05 beating Hulk Hogan. Hulk Hogan.
Dead.
Cena's gonna. You got Brute versus Brute.
That's how you get around the Hogan politicking. You just kill him in the ring.
disqualification.
I do like match 2. No, go ahead, talk about Cena
Okay.
Hogan.
So basically, Cena and Hogan are going to be both brutes coming at, and blow for blow, but it's going to be John Cena's cardio to survive this, and he does out-maneuver Hogan, winning in 31 minutes. John Cena.
I like how we both came up with 31, but just in vastly different ways.
Yeah. Now,
I did mine to avoid copyright.
Now, I did say that my event's taken at Beaver Stadium in State College, PA. The reason why I put it is because it has 110,000 seat, and I feel like when you're putting on a big car...
I almost went with the Hammerstein Ballroom, which could maybe fit like 10.
But then, you could jack up the ticket price because it's so exclusive.
No, I'm not going to do that. Like $5.
That
way I can get away with selling $20 beer.
Yeah, $30 beer. My next match...
Father versus son.
Yeah, I was going to call it... It's called Battle for the Family. Basically, the storyline is Dom already had his match with Rey Mysterio. And I'm talking about Dominic Mysterio versus Rey Mysterio. It's not on the card, but he had his match. Dom is still carrying on his day with the Judgment Day, and he's loving the heel turn.
Dang, disappointing. He's disappointing his real father.
Yeah. Eddie, who I think is in real life, is like his godfather too, right?
Maybe, I don't know.
I mean, obviously Ray and Eddie are real close, so there's something. So Ray goes to Eddie, brings Eddie in. Eddie doesn't want to do this at first, but he sees how Dominic is treating his father. Eddie doesn't care that Dominic went bad. It's how he treated his father and how he won the match against his father. So Eddie steps in the limelight. Eddie and Dom go at it. Now Eddie is the mastermind that he is. He also taught Dom how to wrestle too at this point.
He runs over Dom in his fucking car.
Now, this match is going to go 22 minutes. And I'm going to give the victory to Dom.
Heathen. Dom.
But not by much. It's actually a slight distraction by the Judgment Day because Eddie thinks something's going to happen. It takes him off his game for just a second for Dom to get the upper hand. To the point where the 1, 2, 3 count, if it was any longer than a 3-second count, Eddie would have flipped it on him. You're going to see a lot of high flying.
From Eddie, not really from Dom.
But no, I say both because Dom has to step up his game to do this.
Can he?
That's where you'll see a new Dom at. But I'm still giving it to, because of distraction, Dom beating Eddie at his own game. Dominic Mysterio is the winner in 22 minutes. My next one is a Vince McMahon special.
Vince McMahon special.
This is called the Giant Bash. In this match, which will not be happening in the fucking ring.
You got one of these guys who can move. And
this is actually, I think, my shortest match. For good reason. So, in the Giant Bash, you have The Big Show, Mark Henry, Andre the Giant, George... That's a
Giant Gonzalez. Good Lord, would you read your handwriting?
Well, it's Andre the Giant, but I forgot to put Gonzalez's name.
Yeah.
But he was under both. Versus... Omos. I'm giving the win to Omos. Simply... And the match is only 13 minutes, because they collapsed like the ring within like a half a second of all of them being in the match. I think
reinforced the ring.
Yeah. I'm giving the match to Omos because
he needs something.
He needs something where all these big names have. I mean, Gonzalez probably would need a win too, but Omos needs it back as he's the young gun of the club, and you want to promote this guy for the next giant of the up and coming giant thing, but he comes out with a victory. Hardly wrestled. In this match, you're going to see a couple of legs go up in the air. You're going to see too many fucking choke slams.
Big chokes. Now
you
didn't put Braun?
I give Braun might could be safe for the next event.
Yeah.
So yeah, Omos, 13 minutes. My fourth match of the night will go 20 minutes. We got Trish and Lita versus the Bellas. Trish, this is, you know what, I didn't put this, but I want to put retired Trish and prime Lita.
Yeah.
Both.
Well, to be fair, both of them could probably still go today.
Exactly. Like, Trish, I mean, I know she had emergency surgery, I don't know what for, but Trish probably got in better shape after she left the ring.
Yeah.
So you got these two great wrestlers in their time frame going up against the Bellas.
One good wrestler in Brie.
Yeah. Nikki carries the looks.
The mood. Nikki carries an in-ring ability.
Yeah. But I'm going to give the winner to Trish and Lita. For 20 minutes, these four women will duke it out. And they come out, Trish and Lita comes out on top. And the reason why this match takes place is because the Bellas are still doing their twin magic move.
Yeah.
And these ones, they went after Trish because they just want to. They're still in heel mode and everything else like that. So Trish calls upon Lita to back her up. And this is how this match takes place. My next one, my fifth match of the night, goes 21 minutes. We got Mae Young in her prime.
1920. We've really gone back in time on Mae Young here.
Versus Charlotte Flair. I feel like you have two generations of...
Very much so. Like...
And because this is not for the title, that's why Flair is okay with losing.
Charlotte doesn't lose on pay-per-view.
But she respects Mae Young so much. But the storyline of this one is Charlotte Flair has still continued to run rampant in the women's division, getting wins over big names, which we don't know why. Whatever.
Oh.
Mae Young steps out of the 1920s in a time-traveling device. No, she steps forward as her prime, and she's going to duke it out with Flair. It goes 21 minutes, a clean bout. We're not getting the psychotic Flair of, oh my god, I did every move, I don't know what's going on. Urgh. We're not doing that. We're getting straight.
I'd like to see Mae Young take that moonsault from Flair.
Which, that is one of her moves, but she gets out of the way. She's smart enough to watch how Flair does her thing. In the end, Young gets the victory in 21 minutes.
Is there anyone alive who saw Young in her prime?
No, I don't think so. The one special is a CM Punk announcement.
You're taking a piss on this.
But the crowd starts chanting CM Punk.
I mean, I would. You had a 31-minute Hogan match.
See, everybody wants CM Punk. He's on the card. But, well, not on the card. He's on the appearances. His music play, call a personality. But he doesn't show up.
You didn't want to get in the DeLorean. What can it?
Rumors are spreading on the internet as live as the show is. He walked out because he's not on the wrestling card.
But we still played his song anyway.
We're in the gorilla room thinking he's...
You're horrible. You're torturing the fans who showed up to your event. 31 minutes of Hogan.
You're never going to let that one down. So, that is the one special. That ends because instantly we're in the gorilla room going, where is CM Punk? Go a person now. We know we got like 4 minutes because it's a 4-minute song. I'm calling on my VPs to go find this.
We're absolutely taking the piss out of this whole situation.
My VPs, now the difference is my VPs can't find him. So we do think he went to Target, but we don't know. So instantly we gotta cut his go up her. And instantly I'm calling back, we gotta get the next match
He
going.
comes over and whispers, he jumped out of the DeLorean.
The next match,
He's probably somewhere around 1945. I was picking up hay too.
instantly I call for the next match. The next match is actually my cinematic match. It is called, the cinematic match is going to be the Ministry of Darkness Undertaker versus Sting NWO, like the beginning of his run with NWO. And this is going to be called the Battle for the Darkness. Basically, the match, which is cinematic, is going to take place in every form of darkness that you can think of. The joke is it's all dark, but you'll still see him wrestle. It's going to be in like a mortuary.
Hell, purgatory,
All
parts unknown.
Yeah. Any part that you can think of, place is going to take place. Now, I considered a lot of factors on it. I'm going to give this to Sting, and I do suck because I did not get to put a time, but I'm going to probably put this around 25 minutes because I'm still arguing.
Sweet Jesus.
I'm still
You have no concept of time.
I'm still arguing the back of where CM Punk left, to the point where I'm biting people too.
He's just like, he jumped out of the DeLorean. What do you want from me?
I'm going to give this to Sting with the NWO interference.
The Ministry comes out and then the NWO shows up.
Yeah. And NWO has more wrestling talent to go up against who was all in the Ministry of Darkness.
I guess a talent on par. Yeah.
See?
I mean, depending on who from the NWO shows up and who from the Ministry shows up.
So, I'm giving it to Sting. Now, for the next special, this time it's going to happen. It's going to be Miz TV. The Miz is going to come out. He's going to run his mouth about the card. Who's going to come out as not as his planned guest, but I'm going to have Piper come out and shut him up. Piper's going to play it off like he's not here to smack him around until he psychs up the Miz enough and he beats him senseless and tells him to shut the hell up. That is that. My seventh match.
I do like the fact that we both ran similar things with Piper. I went full Piper's pit, and we just got him on Miz TV.
The crazy thing is we did not discuss this. This is all a surprise.
Now, you guys knew mine was going to be fucking bonkers.
The next match is going to be a young Brock Lesnar. Thinking what, like 2003? Versus the 80s Ultimate Warrior. The winner, Brock Lesnar, in 3 minutes. The Warrior's going to come out running.
He become instantly winded from his running.
Yeah, basically. The roids are kicked in. He's come running down Lesnar. Just as like... Actually, the 3 minutes is not even actually the match time. It's actually less than the match. Because the Warrior's going to come out. It's going to be a long runway, okay?
Extra long runway. Really make him tired.
He comes running out, you know. He shakes the ropes. And Lesnar's like, this guy's a fucking lunatic. And instantly he goes, just as soon as the Ultimate Warrior turns around, he's going to give him an F5. Bell's going to ring.
Oh, you could have him while he's shaking the ropes. Brock just run up and German suplex him.
Yeah, Suplex City, bitch. And then give him an F5. Brock's done for the night. He flies home.
Yeah, we got the DeLorean running. We know Brock's not sticking around.
No, Brock. If Brock says anymore, it's going to be a pre-recorded material.
Yeah, we pay him by the minute. Now, get the hell out of here, bro.
Now, my match number 8 of the night. Kurt Angle from 2000 versus Prime Bruno Sammartino.
That's actually good.
The match, 35 minutes long.
That's sweet, but Jesus. Actually, I think that might not be out of Bruno's wheelhouse.
It is going to be a very
Your event's going to be like 20 hours long. Why didn't you split this into 2 nights?
Because I'm not cheap like that, okay? I don't need the money, okay? My pay-per-view.
Fans suffer.
I got 110,000 people in the stadium.
All riding over a 30-minute Hogan match.
I am going to give the win to Kurt Angle. Kurt Angle's talented enough to take the beating that Bruno's going to release on him. But Bruno's not technical enough to go with the amateur wrestling background of Kurt Angle.
Yeah.
Kurt Angle is going to pull out all of his stops. He's going to maybe throw some high-flying maneuvering. But what gets him the victory in this match is his amateur wrestling background. Bruno was not prepared for this because this is prime Bruno. So we're putting...
Did Bruno know amateur? I think he did. But then again, Kurt's on a whole other level. Olympic gold medalist for a reason.
There's nothing that can compete with this. Kurt Angle is the winner at 35 minutes. Now, my ninth match of the night is a ladder match versus Prime Razor Ramon versus 2000's Jeff Hardy.
That would be good.
Match is going to go for 40 minutes.
Sweet bejesus, again. No, you don't understand time, do you?
This is for the reason why this is a ladder match. It's a contract. It's the #1 contenders match.
You gave him a #1 contender match. I gave them a Popeyes gift card and a trophy.
And wonder who they came to work for.
Me, because I'm not making either of them work for 40 minutes.
Well, they're also getting more than a Popeyes chicken gift card. 40 minutes now. This match is going to have tons of ladder maneuvering. I'm going to give the winner Razor.
Yeah.
I think what comes out in the top is, though Jeff Hardy is very high flying and he can run up and down those ladders, it's going to be
He's going to take a Razor's edge off the top of that ladder, you know.
Yeah.
I'm not paying those medical
Razor is going to have the muscle and the height to get to that ladder. They're both crawling up that ladder at the same time after they beat the hell out of each other. And Razor's going to grab it just by the couple inches that he has over Hardy.
And smack him in the face with it.
No, they actually respect each other. Because after this match, they're too exhausted to want to smack each other anymore.
So you're going with the Undertaker Jeff Hardy kind of deal.
Yeah. My 10th match is the main event, of course. It's going to be for the heavyweight championship. It is going to have 90s Shawn Michaels.
Oh, you want spoiled Shawn Michaels.
Yes. But, God, you cannot deny his talent in the ring.
Yeah.
Going with 90s Bret Hart.
Oh, God.
97 Stone Cold.
You might as well just throw in CM Punk with all that ego in that fucking locker room.
2000's The Rock. With special guest referee Ric Flair. Winner in 1 hour. To send the crowd home happy, Shawn Michaels. With the help of Ric Flair. He's going... Their egos are on par with each other.
You're going to need fees, armed guards to keep that locker room from imploding on each other.
This match is going to be epic. You got one of the best physical wrestlers, Bret Hart of the 90s, with the showcase of Shawn Michaels of the 90s, with 97 Stone Cold, which is really the launch of...
Yeah, I mean, a lot of these matches kind of like happen. Michaels and Hart and Austin. I don't know Hart and The Rock went.
No, I think they had one match.
Yeah.
The Rock came out.
Oh, Shawn and The Rock didn't happen.
Yeah. But with Ric Flair as special help. And with all of this, he sides with Shawn Michaels. Now, the crowd...
This match going to be an hour and 25 minutes?
No, 1 hour.
Oh.
The crowd applauds for the great event. They're also very drunk.
Very blacked
tired.
out. Very upset over a 30-minute Hogan match.
But that is our first pay-per-view.
The event versus minutes to midnight.
Until next time.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.